everyone, I'm Amy with expressionsvinyl.com, and today I'm going to go over how to put vinyl on a curved surface. So I haven't worked with vinyl quite a bit, so I'm still a beginner, and this is still new to me on putting vinyl on something that's not straight and flat. And one of the biggest issues that I came across was, number one, the vinyl was making bubbles or it was going in the wrong direction, so it became such a huge mess. And I discovered some neat tricks to help me put it on perfectly, so I'm going to share with you today. So first of all, this is the finished product, and this is what I'll be going over on what I did. And this is Amy's water mug. Water is my go-to drink, so this is perfect for my morning drink. So I went ahead and cut out the image. I used 3 different colors, the gold and a turquoise and a mint. And I started off with this one, which is the turquoise color, and that's the one I put on first. And what I did with each of these, there is 5 different pieces to attach. And it's not really layering, it's just putting them in the certain spaces that they need to be. So after I cut that out, I used scissors to trim around the image. That way it could better stick on the curved surface. And that made a huge difference. So I highly recommend you go ahead and give that a try. And the first thing I did to line it up, I lined it up with wherever the handle was, and I just used a piece of transfer tape and I lined it up to where it was and placed it right in the middle of the mug, and then I just overlapped it to kind of keep it in place to help remind me that that is the center piece. And the next part I didn't really do anything to center it, just going off where that was. And what I first did with the first piece is I took off the paper backing, but I didn't take it off all the way. I just went about midway and just tore the rest off. So this piece doesn't have the backing, this piece still has the backing attached. And I'm going to first put this part right in the middle. I put my thumb down, that way I could just crease this over with my finger and lay that part down. I smoothed it out with my thumb, and then once that was done, I grabbed the other part and peeled off the paper backing and did the same, but did it a little bit slower. That way each piece can lay in there without any bubbles. And you don't really need to use your application tool to smooth it out. You can if you want, but for me on this part, since it was smaller pieces, it just helped running my finger over it. And once that was done, I did go ahead and just remove the transfer tape. That way I could put on the next piece and have a better visual of where it needs to lay. So I just used my weeding tool to kind of pick out the transfer tape, and it should just be able to come off nice and easy, just like that. So there's that first part. And the second part was the rest of the mint water splash right here in this area. And I did the exact same thing. So I just peeled off a little bit on one side and left the other side as is, and figured out where I wanted to lay it. And that was the spot right there. So I smoothed out this side and went ahead and grabbed the rest of it and removed the paper backing and finished laying down the rest of the vinyl. And did the same thing with removing the transfer tape. So then there's that piece. Looks good so far. So next I'm going to start with the top lettering, which is my name, Amy, and I'm going to place it right above there. And this one was okay just to remove the entire piece just because it was very thin, and I'm just going to place it right there, and I just started from left to right and just smoothed it out. And then remove the transfer tape. So there's that one. And then next is the second word, which is water. And this one was super easy. You can just remove the paper backing from that. And just like that. So there's that part. And then the last part, same thing, thin lettering, so it was easy to lay this one down without getting any bubbles. And this is the mug part, which is going to go right here on the bottom. There we go, and just remove anything else. And there you go, there is your own personalized mug. And hope you learned something new, some neat tricks that you could also apply. And if you like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks, bye.